everyone, this is Ellen, and today I'm going to be doing another Hobbii yarn review. This time we're going to be looking at the Cotton Kings Twirls, which is comes in cakes of 200 grams, approximately 800 meters. It's 100% cotton, and it's a pretty nifty yarn. But I did run into a little glitch that I want to talk to you about. Normally, I will do a yarn review after I have completed or am close to completing a project. And I did start a project with this Twirls and ran into a snag. So what happened was I decided to make a poncho. I wanted to see if how large of a poncho I could make with just one cake. And I figured with 800 meters I might have a chance if I did something with long stitches. So I started with treble crochet with a 4mm hook, and my plan was just to continue doing the treble crochets for another couple of rows. See, I've got about this much so far. Let's see. I was going to do another couple of rows when I was going to then do a double treble, which is an even longer stitch, and then a triple treble, and then I'm just going to keep doing these long trebles to see how long I can go. I think I've done like a 20 treble crochet in the past for a project, so I actually enjoy doing that kind of stitch, and I figured I could elongate the stitch and make it really lacy and open and airy for a nice summer poncho or a swimsuit cover-up. You know, it is 100% cotton, so that's great for wearing in the hot weather. We're having 100 degrees here in Northern California right now, so I can't get this finished fast enough. But as I was working, let me show you what happened. So this is a 4-ply yarn, meaning that there's 4, let's see, let me get to the end here. There's 4 strands of cotton. You see here's like an individual strand, and you see that there's 4 strands, only there's not 4 strands. What happened? Well, let me show you. So here's where I left off. Okay, and you'll see my stitches, my double crochet stitches. You see these double crochet, treble crochet stitches. You see these treble crochet stitches, and then suddenly the last few stitches become a lot thinner. Do you see the difference between this treble crochet stitch right here and the one? Do you see the difference between this one right here and the one underneath it? Do you see the difference in thickness? It's because this one has 4 strands and this one has 3. And I'll show you what happened. As I was working with this, where did it start? It took me a while before I figured out what was going on. It's snagged. See, here's the problem. What happened was, as I was working with my 4-strand yarn, I suddenly, the 4th strand ran out, and my stitches got thinner. So now I've got a mess here. But you can see where these other stitches were, I have 4 strands. See, I've got the 4 separate strands here. Can you get that? 1. Okay, do you see the 4 separate strands here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 green and 3 blue. And so as I was going along, and now I'm gonna have to deal with this later, but I noticed that one of the strands just ran out, and I figured, okay, well, I'll just continue crocheting and then just weave in the ends. It's not going to be a big deal. But the problem was the 4th strand never came back. So I'm just going to right now just keep pulling and see, because I haven't done this yet. I have no idea how long this lasts, but these are 3 strands, and I mean, how long is it going to keep going? How long am I only going to have 3 strands? I don't know. I'm wondering if it's just going to be this entire color change. What happens with these cotton cakes is that, you know, you'll start with like 4 strands of one color, and then you'll go like 3 strands of blue, 1 strand of green for a while. Then you'll do maybe 2 strands of blue, 2 strands of green to give a little more of an even look. And then 3 strands of green, 1 strand of blue, so it's more of a green than a blue before you get to entirely green. And that's how they have these beautiful gradients, these slow gradient color changes, which I love. But I don't know what to do in this situation. Oh, here we go. What happened here? And here we have, I see a little blob of something, a little knot here. But I still only have 3. Huh, okay, I've got 3. I've got 2 blue, 1 green, just like before. So that doesn't seem to help. I'm just going to keep pulling. Let's see, are we still with 3? Oh, no, now we're back with 4. So where did I get that 4th? Where did I get that 4th? Did that come in at that knot? Maybe yeah, okay, at this knot. So this knot, so I've got, let's see, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now it's 28. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking about 50 feet. I'm looking at what I have left here, and now it's tangled. I've got about 50 feet worth of 3 strands when I'm supposed to have 4 strands throughout the whole project. So I don't really know what to do about this problem, except I'm going to write a little note to Hobbii, share with them this video, and see what they have to say about it. Maybe they'll let me exchange this yarn. I don't know. It is pretty. I'm hoping that I don't have the problems with this in these other 2 cakes that I have. Because, I mean, these colors are beautiful. I really, really, really love the gradient. I love, you know, this chocolate gradient. So I doubt this is a common problem. I've been using Cotton Kings Twirls Deluxe for a while now, and I haven't had any problems. So this is probably a fluke. So yeah, Twirls Deluxe, just to let you know, there's something called the Twirls Deluxe, which is also 100% cotton, and it's a little bit bigger. Obviously, you can see the difference in the size of the cakes, and it's got an extra 200 meters because the Twirls has 800 meters, and this has 1,000 meters. So you do get more yarn. But the other big difference between the Twirls and the Twirls Deluxe is not just the amount, but also the way that the yarn is constructed. So rather than have those 4 strands separate, they're actually twisted up for us already. So it's a little bit easier to work with, although I don't really find too much of a problem working with the Twirls Deluxe. Now, I did recently work with Hobbie's Mayflower 4, which is very, very similar to the Twirls, the Cotton Kings Twirls, in such that it is 4 separate strands that you're working simultaneously together, and I didn't have a problem with that at all. I made a gorgeous shawl, and I want to do a review and I want to show you that shawl, but like the minute I finished it, a friend of mine fell in love with it and I gave it to her. So I said, hey, you know, I want to do a review. Could you please send me a picture? She's going to be wearing it to a wedding. So I'm going to get a beautiful picture of her in it. I'm sure it looked fabulous on her. And so I want to do a review and compare and contrast the Mayflower 4 with the Twirls from Cotton Kings, because they are very, very similar. So yeah, so that's the difference between the Twirls and the Twirls Deluxe. The Twirls Deluxe, they are both 100% cotton. It's just that with the Deluxe you get more of it, and you also get your yarn already twisted, which is a little bit easier to work with. I think if you're a beginner crocheter or a beginner knitter, then you would I would recommend going with the Twirls Deluxe, mainly because it's a little bit easier to work with. But I think they're both easy to work with, and I think that what happened with me with this one is just a fluke. You can see it really does crochet up lovely. It has beautiful, beautiful drape. My plan for this project is that I want to make like a summer poncho or summer black, you know, like a cover-up. I wanted to be able to do it all in with one cake. So because I want to see how much length I can get in my cover-up, I decided to start with a treble crochet stitch, which are very, very long stitches. And then around this point where I had my first color change, I was planning on going from a treble crochet to a double treble, and then a triple treble, et cetera, until I had like extremely, extremely long trebles. I don't know, 15 to 20 yarn overs long. I've done that before with some scarves, and it came out really cool. So I was kind of hoping to just have this a very open, very lacy cover-up for summer, which, you know, this can't come soon enough for me. We're at 100 degrees here in Northern California right now, so having a wonderful cotton cover-up for over a tank top or whatever is just really what's needed right now. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'll just pick one of my other yarns to work with, and or, you know, I don't know, maybe I'll just stop here and continue with the brown. I mean, this would actually go with it pretty well. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have so many other projects, maybe I should just finish those rather than do this, but I was really looking forward to working with this yarn, and I am a little disappointed that I'm running into the snag with my first cake, but it is what it is. Things happen. I'm sure it's a fluke. If I have any problems in the future, I'll let you know. And when I finish whatever project this ends up being, I will share it with you if it comes out good. Anyway, so the twirls, just to finish my review, is it usually Hobbii says that it retails for $15.80. Right now it's on sale for $8.90, so that's a pretty good deal. If you buy $74 on the Hobbii site, you can get free shipping, so that's what I like to do. So I picked up a bunch of these. I still would probably recommend it, even though I have that problem, because like I said, I think it's probably a fluke, and otherwise it's really nice yarn. It feels really nice. It's not difficult to work with. It has a lovely, lovely drape. Now they recommend in terms of needles, let's see. Okay, so they recommend for knitting a 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter, and for a crochet hook they recommend a 4 millimeter. So I used a 4 millimeter hook, and I think it's great. You could probably go with a 5.2 and just have it be more open, but honestly the 4 millimeter is very, very drapey, very open. I think the 4 millimeter hook is absolutely perfect for this yarn, and yeah, so beautiful colors, beautiful yarn, a good price right now. But you know, if there's a problem, you know, let me know if you've had in the comments if you've had any similar problems, or if you have any recommendations on what someone might do in a situation like this, where in the middle of your cake you've lost a string. I can't really think of anything to do personally because I don't have any extra yarn. I mean, I could just switch to a different color. That would be an option. But I think the best option really in this case is to contact the company and see what they're going to do about it. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and or suggestions, of course. Thank you for checking out my yarn review video today. I hope you enjoy your crochet and have a beautiful day. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.